Hey, what's going on, guys? Juan Cristales here. We are going to be looking at Duplex build to rent. This is going to be the installation. We are at the installation portion of this ground up new construction project, and I just want to walk you through the process. Very, very simple. This is something anyone can do without any new construction experience. It's not as difficult, as crazy as people might think it is. Let me walk you through the process. Let's get going. All right, so here we are. We've passed the framing inspection. We're now into the insulation inspection. And as you can see, the straps, hurricane straps here on the top, that inspection has already been passed. So these are just parts of the things that the framers need to do, this, and here. So now we're at the installation portion. This is what these guys need to do. And let me tell you something, you don't need to be the expert in this stuff. These guys know that they have to pass inspections and they have to do, I don't know if you can really see it in there, but there's like some foam that gets put in that little area right there to kind of just pass the inspection, okay? It's part of the requirement of what it needs to be done. This is what the entire room looked like. It looks fantastic. If you guys are just now catching up to this is going to be kind of new to you, some of you guys, but you see some of this green stuff here. Why is the wood green here and not up to at the very top? This stuff here that's on the bottom is going to be treated with Boracare, which is going to be an anti-termite treatment. So it goes into the wood. The termites may taste it, and they're going to go somewhere else because they do not like the taste of this, whatever this stuff is, this chemical stuff. That is part of the inspection process. And then on top of that, now we have the insulation going in. Up here at the very, very top, you guys see these things. These are the baffles. That's part of the inspection. Again, the guy who does the insulation, this is all he does. He should know that that's part of his inspection process. So he gets that taken care of on his own. Not a big deal. He knows what's happening there. Let's move on to the next picture. One of the other things that the insulation inspection is going to require tomorrow is you see these little foam things. I'm going to show you a few of these pictures so you guys can see it. There's these little foam things here. Anywhere where the electrician or the plumber or anybody has drilled holes into the wood to get to the top, that's an area that's prime. Say for example, there's a fire. So now the oxygen inside of the room has been, sucked out. And so any new oxygen being allowed into this area is going to make the fire just continue to burn into the attic. So we're trying to contain it. Of course, no one wants to have a fire, guys, but this is just part of the inspection. Let me zoom into this one here. But again, this is part of their responsibility, not yours. You see how thin this wire is, but it's still made a hole. It's still an inspectionable item, and the guy needs to foam that in completely so that there's no air going in there. Now, if the inspector says no, I don't like how you did it, do it again, or whatever the case is, not a big deal. We could just call those guys up and get it done. Here's another couple of spots. This is the electrician making holes, part of the process of building, and the installation guy is going to be doing it. I wanted to show you guys a few other spots, like for example, this pipe here, which is a vent pipe. There's no water actually going in there. This is a ventilation pipe, right? So there's no water going in there, but still the guy that was the plumber had to make a hole through there, and so there's gaps around the pipe, so that had to also be caulked in, not caulked in, foamed in. This is just fire retardant foaming. Their air conditioning guy had to put this one in. This one here, this is going to be for the dryer. This is the dryer vent that goes up. You can see it going all the way up here. That's the air conditioning guy, and around that, it's not the air conditioning guy's responsibility to put that little foam stuff in there. That is the responsibility of the insulation guy. Again, this is another plumbing pipe that needs to also be foamed in. Let me turn this picture around for a second. Okay, so now this is the electrician. This is where the panel is going to be going, and he made a ton of holes there. The electrician, part of his responsibility for the inspection is to ensure that all these little metal things are on here. The purpose of these little metal things here, guys, are so that in the event that somebody, for whatever reason, whether it's going to be sheetrock guys, it's going to be somebody else trying to hang something or do something, if they try to put a nail or a screw or anything through there, they're going to immediately be meted by these metal plates and they won't be able to do it. So these metal plates protect all of these wiring, and that's part of the inspection process as well. But again, we're at the stage right now with the insulation, and so what that means is all these little things got to be foamed in. So it looks fantastic. So lastly, guys, the insulation inspection is going to be one of the easier inspections to pass. Honestly, this guy, this is all he does. Again, I want to tell you guys right now, we're at July of 2025. We're paying approximately $2 a square foot for material and labor to get this done. And I think that it's not an unreasonable price to pay for this stuff, okay? But then again, this is a guy who only does this stuff. Now, if you were to find a contractor that does, does, say, for example, he does siding and he does cabinets and he does this, that, and the other, and he also does insulation, he is not dialed in. And let me tell you why he's not dialed in. Because an insulation guy knows the source from where to pick up the material that's still quality material that's going to pass inspection for all the stuff that he's trying to do and get a good price on it. So he has that expertise of getting material at a good quality price for the purposes of passing inspection and being able to provide a service. But I think that a lot of you guys, you go out into the marketplace and say, hey man, come give me a bid for this insulation, and that's not really what you should be doing. You should be contacting insulation guys, especially in the Texas market, Houston, Dallas, whatever you want to call it, this local area. You can ask guys like, hey look, I have this duplex that needs to be insulated. We're talking inspections, we're inside the city limits. I need to be around $2. If you're at $2.10, do it. It's not the end of the world. 220, 225, do it. It's not the end of the world. But a lot of people just get random numbers from random people saying, hey, come give me a bid. And the guy says, it's going to be $10,000 for installation. Another guy's going to be $8,000, and the third guy's going to be $12,000. And you still don't know how much to pay because you don't understand it. So I'm here to teach you. I'm here to show you. Guys, if you want to learn a little bit more about this stuff, please ask as many questions as you like. I'm happy to teach it. I'll talk to you soon.